on lap 2 of 15. And we really had to switch up. Jesse could ruin whatever mistake he made for that to happen. But Dane van Heerden was livid from his mistake. He's got his name right up there in the top 4. And ladies and gentlemen, introducing Akil Alibai. That's right, the debutant is leading in his first race in Cinemax. Now how about that? Ooh, what a way to announce yourself. And he gets a 44.9 as the fastest lap we've seen so far. Jason Katsia right behind him. Charles Visser. If you haven't heard of Charles Visser, where have you been? In 3rd place, Dane van Heerden. 4th, Tate Bishop. In 5th, Kai van Sale. In 6th, and Josh LaRue in 7th. Shree Naidu. Oh, Shree Naidu. My brother, feel sorry for him. In 8th over there. And Hamza Jassad probably recovered from the dust that he got a taste of. In 9th place, Brent Walden. In 10th, Riley Horner. In 11th, and Jack Rowe, as well as Fanima Ngati, closing up the entire field of 13. Entire field of 13, 12 laps to go out of 15 laps. Ooh, Akil Alibai. Rubbing hands. I'm rubbing my hands. We've got a lot of racing coming up ahead of us this weekend. You do not want to switch off that laptop. You do not want to switch off that TV. I don't know where you're streaming this from, but you definitely are streaming it. We're live from Swart Corps Raceway in Pretoria, and we have South Africa's finest, the hottest, the brightest, the youngest Akil Alibai leading at the moment in his debut in the 214 cards. Leading Jason Katsia. Not going to be an easy one, but Jason Katsia has already made up some of the pace that he lost in whatever overtaking move Akil Alibai had to make. You can tell how Akil Alibai is thinking. Ooh, elbows, tires, rubbing, love it. But they keep it together. Jason Katsia, sportsmanship, left hand up to say sorry. And Officer getting curb and then some. Curb and grass, that is a crunchy combination of a meal, I tell you what. But Jason Katsia has got the lead again. Dane van Heerden is in 2nd. I told you, I'm going to be tired at the end of this race, and I can't do this. I'm young, but I'm going to be old after this one. Because it's switched up again. Jason Katsia is in the lead. Dane van Heerden is in 2nd. Is that Charles Visser in 3rd? Akil Alibai in 4th. Yeah, that's correct. Akil Alibai in 4th. It has switched up. Ooh, long day of racing ahead. I'm going to need a lozenge in most of this. Okay? Because I know for sure Dane van Heerden has a bit because of the qualifying mess. So that's a man who immediately has the chance to challenge him against Katsia. Akil Alibai. Oh man. It could have been. What could have been? But you never know. You never know. He is in 5th place at the moment. 4th place at the moment, rather. And of course, Akil Alibai is a Senior Max member. Is officially a Senior Max member. Not only because of the way he started the race. It's actually because he had a growth spurt. A serious one. Was it a COVID-19 growth spurt as the lead changes? Yep, Dane van Heerden giving a nod, saying, okay, let's go. Let's focus. We're trained now. We're going in my slipstream. Okay, no overtaking for the next three or 4 laps. So Jason Katsia in 1st, Dane van Heerden 2nd, Charles Visser 3rd, Tate Bishop in 4th, and Akil Alibai, who I was updating you about. He's a debutant in this class because young man grew quite a bit and gained a bit of weight as Jason Katsia takes 2nd place. Oh wow. Charles Visser, he must be livid. He just dropped 3 places in one move. Oh, that's unfortunate. Tate Bishop though, relishing where he is because he's got Jason Kasia in his view. Oh my goodness. Dane Van Heerden. See, I told you Dane Van Heerden is angry. He's livid. I saw how he smacked his go-kart during qualifying. Someone stole his time, is what he must have been thinking, and he's getting it back and then some. Well done to him. Okay, so Jason Kasia has a bit of defending to do now. He's had a long day already. We're 9 laps into this race. The greater part of it has gone by. And it's not over yet for him because Tate Bishop has pace. And he's copying Jason Kasia's homework in that a toe is always the best place to be in turn 1. He makes it stick. Well done, Tate Bishop. Tate Bishop is listening to me, folks. He's got earphones in there. And Tate Bishop is smart because he's telling Jason Kasia, let's go, let's focus, let's try and gain a bit of pace because I got more than you, so we can catch Dane Van Heerden if we stop fighting, which is logic. But at the same time, he knows we've got 5 laps to go and it's not a long time. So he could actually secure himself a second place if he gets Jason Kasia to calm down a bit and not to fight him but work with him. He's thinking about the long game in essence. Interesting. You know, where Formula 1 cars have radios and team strategists, in karting we have hand gestures, okay? Sometimes it's Spanish, sometimes it's Italian, sometimes Afrikaans, sometimes it's Zulu. I've seen Zulu hand gestures, I could recognize it like a mile away. But that was definitely a let's keep going. That was pure English. Focus. Do not overtake until we're close enough. Use my pace. Take it how you want. But this is a good race so far. And Dane Van Heerden, oh man, I love what he's managed to achieve in such a short space of time because he had firstly to recover from his blunder in qualifying, not his own fault, but now he's got a comfortable lead ahead of Tate Bishop in second, who is homing in on him. Tate Bishop was quick to recognize he's got more pace than Jason Kasia, and they're making it work. Akil Alibi now in a fight with Charles Visser, as well as Shreya Naidu. Who? Shreya Naidu, ever heard of him? Remember him? He's back. He's in the top 6 fight. He potentially could get a 4th place if my eyesight and math are correct. If he takes advantage, I think Shreya Naidu should just chill. Let Charles Visser and Akil Alibi fight it out and take advantage of the spoils, which are likely to happen. There's definitely going to be spoils for Shreya Naidu if he's patient, and there's of course Charles Visser runs away with it, which he's doing it. Oof. And it's now, you see, it's interesting because with the top 4, top 3 fights, the fight for 4th place is where our championship leaders are at. Shreya Naidu is the championship leader, and he has to get ahead of Charles Visser in order to keep his championship lead. Oof. Tricky. Oh, tricky. And he's got Akil Alibi. It's like, oh, you rookie, what are you doing? I've got a championship to win. Get out of my way. And that's not going to happen. Ooh, apparently it is. Nice overtaking move. Akil Alibi not letting Shreya Naidu get by very easily though. So Charles Visser is in 4th at the moment, and Shreya Naidu is now right behind him in 5th. So this is the championship fight we're about to witness. If Shreya Naidu can use this 2 laps to catch up to Charles Visser, which I don't see happening because Akil Alibi is going to keep him occupied. Jason Kasia, Dane Van Heerden having a look over his shoulder, trying to see if he's got a living room, a corridor, or a house full of room for the lead. He's got a house, a lounge maybe, a lounge. That's how much room Dane Van Heerden might have. Tate Bishop right behind him. And it's getting smaller as we see their chassis flexing for a nice clean turn. They're hot and sweltering. Swartkorps Raceway. Tate Bishop, he knew he had the pace from the get-go. And he did well. He did well to make Jason Kasia calm down a bit. You see, he secured himself a 2nd place with his mind. It's all in the mind, folks. Should we get into metaphysics or... Okay, maybe not. Stick to the racing. But well done, Dane Van Heerden. Classy young man. And a classy Tate Bishop who now can smell the exhaust fumes from Dane Van Heerden's kart. He can smell them through his visor, I tell you. Ooh, as you look at the kart swing Tate Bishop in and out of the seat, side to side. Can he catch Dane Van Heerden on the final lap with 2-3 quarters to go? Chicken flag is ready for them. But I tell you what, Dane van Heerden, man of the match. Man of the match, definitely Dane van Heerden. We recovered. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, fist in the air. Yes, he knows. It means a lot to him. Yes, he fought for it. I agree. That's his first national win. Oh, absolutely impressive. Oh, that is very, very impressive for the young man. It means that much to him because not only did he have to fight for it, it was his first national win that he was fighting for. So very well done to him. Oof, man, oh man! Somebody get me some hot water and some lemon and some honey. That was a lot of fighting in the senior max class. But it is Dane van Heerden in first, Tate Bishop in second, Jason Kitsia third, Shalf Fisser and Akil Alibai in fourth and fifth, Shirin Naidu, our championship contender, in sixth, Riley Horn in seventh, Josh LaRue in eighth to wrap up the top 8 for the senior max class. Have you left your seat yet? Nah, I haven't left mine. You shouldn't go anywhere because we do have. Alrighty then, loud and clear. Did feel lonely for a second, but not anymore. Not in it. And we have 2 warm-up laps coming up for the Micro Max class. Whew. I'm excited. Oh, it's going to be a tight one. We've got Caleb Ordendale, Dale Hobbs, Reese Gozen, Mohammed Reese Murad. Oh, this is my favorite. This is my favorite class. No ways. This is my favorite class. This has always produced the best action. All these names just bring goosebumps. Ugh. We've got Keegan Martin, Joshua Smith, Travis Minge, Rachile Mailula, Keegan Beaumont, Link. And we've got the start lining up for the Micro Max class. It's going to be a slow one, but trust it's going to be steady action throughout the entire race. Walking pace starts is what we're witnessing here. If this isn't discipline, folks, I don't know what is. Okay, these kids have way more patience than me. I'll tell you that. If I was you, I'd listen to that dreadlock man pointing in the right direction as they come up to the last couple of turns. Ooh. Racing loading, slight uphill going into the last turn, then it's the home straight as Mohammed Murad leads. Mohammed and lights on and away they go. No start. Oh, no start. Oh, that's unfortunate. So all the ducks not in a row there. So we're going to have to speed it up one more time around the track and try to keep it clean. Mohammed Murad tried his best to marshal everybody, but clearly that didn't work. He might need to do it with a big stick. Okay, I take it back. But yeah, might as well take you through the grid in the meantime. We've got Mohammed Murad claiming and owning turn 1, if you can. Caleb Ordendal in second, Reachile Mailula in third, and Iliso Mabunda in fourth, Riskozen in fifth, Jordan Wadley in 6th, and Dale Hobbs in 7th, Keegan Beaumont in 8th, Joshua Smith 9th, and Joshua Moore in 10th. Now, Joshua Smith and Moore both had nose cone penalties. It's not a good day to be a Joshua today, so funny enough, they should be right next to each other, side by side. We'll see how they fight it out. Who's the best Joshua we have on the grid today, eh? Who's Emmanuel? But that is 9 and 10, and then in 11th, Keegan Martin, Alden Green in 12th, and in 13th place we've got Lincoln Randall, and Travis Minge closes up the class. Woo! 14 hungry young Carters. Who's going to take it? Apparently, according to qualifying, it's Mohammed Murad. He's the quickest man on the karting circuit today. As they go up the slight uphill for the final turn. Do they get it right this time? Fingers crossed. You know you're more nervous the second time around, right? And we've got lights on. Do we have it? Do we have it? Do we have it? Is it away they go? It's a close one. Nice, clean start. As some of the cutters dart out, but Murat, does he keep turn one? Yes, he does. Woo. Very nice start. From third place into the lead, that is Rahile Mailula. Ooh, brilliant. Man, oh man. Man about a mission. Oh, shame, we've got a straggler there. Is that the 690 of Dale Hobbs? Oh, shame, he must be so disappointed. Ooh, and then we've got an overtake for third place. Man, there's so much to keep up with in the lead at the moment. Mailula, very well done. Very well done. Let's see if he's able to stretch his legs and be a bit comfortable for the duration of the race. And there's the man in the lead, Rahile Mailula. And then in the cart 627, it's Murat now in second, having lost out in cart 675. Caleb Odendahl right behind him. Smell the fumes from his exhaust through his visor. And and of course, our championship leader, man, we should look out for is Reese Quizin. He's in 5th place at the moment. A lot of barging to do in his cart there. And right behind him, Ntiyiso Mabunda and Keegan Beaumont in 7th. But yeah, Rahile Mailula showing them how it's done from 3rd to 1st. Ah, come on, that's racing, hey? We had two or three of those incidents already where racer comes in 4th, 5th in relative obscurity, and then he puts himself in the headlines. But as the transponders pick up once more, it is Rahile Mailula in the lead, Mohammed Murat in 2nd, Caleb Odendahl 3rd, Jordan Wadley in 4th, Reese Quizin in 5th, and Ntiyiso Mabunda in 6th. Keeping Beaumont within touching distance there. A lot of racing potential there with 2nd and 3rd place. The 675 of Caleb Odendahl, as well as Mohammed Murat, who is livid. He's probably very angry having lost his first place position. They had relative comfort, and it didn't last too long. About half a second. That's how long it lasted. He has to fight his way back this time around. And in and out of your shot there is the 655 of Reese Quizin, our championship leader. Oh no. I can just see the hand signals from his mechanic. And here we go. Ooh. Murat possibly having to defend there, but not quite. Now Caleb Odendahl. Nice inside move. Reese Quizin up into 4th. Has to defend side by side. Doesn't keep it, does he not? Let's see as he comes into frame again. Quizin having to fight to keep his place from Caleb Odendahl. Okay, that maintains his position. Oh my goodness, Murat defending with all he's got. Very nice. Reese Quizin, my man, he's got podium in view. But have a look at Reese Quizin, showing them how it's done, telling them, okay, let's focus, boys. I got the pace. Naturally, I'm the championship leader. Let's try to catch up with the podium, boys. Let's see if he's able to close that gap. But he's got quite a work to do before he catches up to Caleb Odendahl, as well as Mohammed Murat. My mistake. But Rahile Mailula, my man. Looking relatively comfortable, 2 cart lengths, which is nothing in racing, really, because we were reaching the halfway mark of our race with 6 laps, and we've got the top 3 in the form of Mailula. Murat diving down the inside of Rahile Mailula, former leader. Can you believe? How about that? So we had a switch up, a complete switch up from 1, 2, and 3 to 3, 2, and 1, which is now the new 1, 2, and 3, and the youngest person in the class is leading. Tell you what, I think I just sprouted a grey hair. Ugh. So we've got Caleb Odendahl now leading, Mohammed Murat in 2nd, and Rahile Mailula in 3rd. Complete reversal of the order we had half a lap ago. Listen, take everything I say, not with a pinch of salt, but with a slight delay. Just give it like 2 seconds to sink in, because it just might change immediately afterwards. Because these kids are just vicious. They look cute and everything, but trust me, they are vicious. Anything can happen with this top 3. I'm not going to put my money on anyone, but Reese Curzon, he's in view. He can smell the exhaust fumes of the top 3 there. Let's see if there's a move potentially loading for Mohamed Murad, but Caleb Orendal is, he's getting a bit more comfortable now. He's got 2-3 cart lengths on Mohamed Murad in the plain livery. He's going for the simplistic minimalist look for his livery. In his cart, looks like Praga kits that he's got on, and then right behind him, Reachile Mailula. Well done, lad, leading the first 3 or 4 laps. Reese Curzon about 1 turn away from podium. We'll see if our championship leader is able to salvage something of this race. As a championship leader, obviously he's expecting something like a podium to get a good points position. It's going to be a bit of a fight against himself, really, because there's so much of a gap between Reese Curzon and the top 3 there. Jordan Wadley is CRG in the picture there as he goes up the hill and tests the torque of his cart. Reese Curzon out of reach for him. And right behind Wadley is Umabunda, Ntisho Mabunda in the 613 there. Also going for the minimalist livery. But no move. Ooh, and a move. You see what I mean? Honestly, every time I say something, just give it 2 or 3 seconds to settle in, because it could change instantly. These are monsters. Absolute monsters. Mabunda taking the position of Wadley, and then Wadley taking it back, of course, because Mabunda couldn't. You see what? Honestly, I can't keep up. I'm motor mouth and everything, but this is out of my league. Out of my league. Mohamed Murad in second, quote unquote. Take it with a pinch of salt. That could change. Caleb Orendal could switch it up and possibly fluff it as we go into lap 10 of the 12-lap race. Murad challenging the youngest kid in the class, but ooh, look at the sliding. Well done. Murad makes it stick because Caleb Orendal defended and over-defended. Looked like he was driving a jet ski there, sliding into turn 1. But Murad is going to have to defend going to the last 2.5 laps. Caleb Orendal is going to want it back, though. He's not going to let him go. No way. Not a chance. Look at that. Already on his bumper. Already on Murad's bumper is Caleb Orendal. Oh, this definitely is a championship fighting spirit that we're seeing here with Caleb Orendal. Right back where he put it. Oh, and he loses it completely. Oh, no. Caleb Orendal. Oh, man. He fluffs it. Oh, he just handed away his second place position, because now Mabunda, sorry, Mailula rather, Reachile Mailula might be in a position to actually challenge him for third place. Reese Curzon couldn't really close the gap in the past couple of laps while we were focusing on the front 3 racing. Oh, Caleb Orendal losing it a bit more, but at the same time opening the gap. Losing it from Mohamed Murad, but opening the gap away from Reachile Mailula. Let's see if that can change in the next lap and a half. We're at lap 11 out of 12. And here we go. The last lap coming at us. Ooh. And Reachile Mailula, the only target that Reese Curzon has been able to keep his eye on, and it's third place now, hasn't really come into fruition. He hasn't been able to really try. He's looking over his shoulder as well. There isn't much competition for him there, but his pace hasn't really come to fruition for him. I don't know if it's going to be a setup thing, as power from his kart has sort of waned. He had a bit of speed going into the beginning, but it couldn't carry him across the last 6 laps of the race. As we close up the last half in the final lap. It is Mohammed Murat in the lead in the 627, Caleb Ordendal in the 675, and in the 679. It is Rachel Malula wrapping up the top three for the Micromax class. Classy racing in the Micromax class. I wanted to see Rizkozen come back. I think he's going to bring it for us in Heat 2 because he's going to be livid. He's going to be hacked. He's not going to be impressed, but definitely has the capability to recover. But that is your Micromax Heat 1. Mohammed Murad, Caleb Ordendal, Reachile Malula in top 3. Rizkozen, championship leader in 4th. Jiso Mabunda in 5th. And in 6th place, Jordan Wadley, Joshua Moore wrapping up the top 7. And Travis Minge just edging it behind Joshua Moore. That is Heat 1 of Micromax. And we're only halfway across, folks. 3 more Max classes to go. Junior Max, D2 Masters, and the Mini Max. I repeat, do not leave that seat of yours. I hope you brought all your snacks as close as possible to you, because you might miss out. Thriller second. It's a thriller second racing. I hear the buzzing of the Junior Max class. It is a Max with the reputation of the best class that we'll see racing the entire day. So if you took my advice and stayed in your seat, you're right to do so, because you might just miss out. It is the warm-up lap. You can quickly run and go get a bag of chips and come back, but these boys are quick, so you might want to be quick too. We do have a class quite similar to the Senior Max in engine and build, in engine size and build, slightly slower, slightly lighter races, also slightly younger as well. All of them are under 50. Okay, maybe not slightly younger. They're under 15 years old, so they're all still very much cutting their teeth in this class. Some are perfectly aged to be here. Some are perhaps 13 years old, slightly too tall and heavy for a younger class, and some are on their way out. But it's going to be exciting. It's going to be very, very exciting racing. But we're looking at an absent defending champion, that is Kalfisa, and Gazi Motleka. He is coming off the back of 4 clean wins from Idube. Oh my goodness. Oh, were you ready for this? Looks like a small field, but trust me, all of these men are packing a whole lot of racing, especially because we have Muhammad Wali featuring as they go in. Away they go. Very nice racing. Kept it clean, and it's an official start. Turn 1, RG Baji. You would expect that the 478 cart there. Is that Muhammad Wali? Oh my goodness, that was Muhammad Wali. The man I mentioned to bring the drama does so straight away. Pay me my money. Oh, and the lead relatively comfortable, forming with the top 3. Oh my goodness. Tight racing, 2 abreast, 3 abreast, almost 4. Oof, Ethan Steer having to steer his cart and keep it steady. Muhammad Wali, unfortunately, the victim of a relatively messy start. We'll see how his recovery takes shape. But we have the 427 of Tyler Robertson in view as he takes turn 1, marshalling the rest of the field. The 442 cart just came and went there. As the carts go up the hill, Vivian Naidu has a family pride, honor to defend, as Shreya Naidu kind of lost out in Heat 1 in the Senior Max class. see if TVN is able to defend the family's honor. Muhammad Wali having to DD2 there, wrestling his cart, getting it back in under the tunnel. Whole lot of chassis flicks happening there. He can stay in third place in his 442 cart. Ooh, side by side, that's 478 there. Who is that young man? Kieran Grottis. Having to be very nimble. It has to be a cat there on his toes, on his twinkle toes, but he seems to have a bit of space now ahead of him as Matthew Wadley is the CRT right in front of him in fifth place. And my mistake, Muhammad Wali is in the lead ahead of Troy Sneyman and Ethan Steer in third place. Muhammad Wali is comfortable. He is gone. Kieran Grottis actually shares a very similar kid to Muhammad Wali when he's playing his trade elsewhere. I won't mention where. But it is Wali actually comfortably in the lead. In fact, the cameraman is too lazy to find him because he's that quick. He's the Flash right now. Ethan Steer. Should I say the Steer thing again? No, I won't. Matthew Wadley resting his CRG and going onto the cross. Who is this? Oh my goodness. DD2. Oh no. Well done, Wade, defending your position to Joandre Nell. Oh my goodness. Muhammad Wali very, very comfortable here. Troy Sneyman in second place. Ethan Steer in third as we are in lap 5 of 15 laps. Very quickly established the dominance there did Muhammad Wali. But we have a bit of a fight here with Wadley having to defend his position from Joandre Nell. As Muhammad Wali clocks a 45 dead, setting the bar, setting the pace for everybody to live up to in the next 10 or so laps. Let's see how it pans out. But I've got an even spread of racing here. I want to see them bunch up. Matthew Wadley not yet comfortable looking over his shoulder for that Tony cut. We had a bit of a great equalizer in the form of a crash. Everyone got spread out in the first corner, so we didn't get to see the compression that we thought we might have seen in the Junior Max. But I tell you what, it's not over till the fat lady sings. As Matthew Wadley goes up the hill, Joandre now right behind him. Wadley having to bring it back into control there. And if you haven't seen Muhammad Wali in a while, well, that's because he's that far ahead. But we've got a potentially tight race. Matthew Wadley's fighting his cart around these turns, my goodness. He's looking a lot less comfortable than you'd expect, especially in the more technical part of the Swartkrup's karting circuit. As we're in lap 8 of 15 at the moment, the lead has not changed. Troy Sneyman in second and Ethan Steer in third place. DD2 in fourth. It's the young Naidu. Kieran Grottis in fifth place. Matthew Wadley, the man who's very popular with my cameraman today. But there's my leader, well, one of the leaders, Ethan Steer in third place in the 442 kart, trailing a very, very far ahead Muhammad Wali and Troy Sneyman. Matthew Wadley, ever the wrestler. It was Rotax, my brother, not WWE, wrestling your part. But there's my leader, Muhammad Wali. We finally managed to catch him. He was so fast, we struggled to catch him all race. But that is second place, Troy Sneyman. Oh, wow. There's our man, Muhammad Wali in first place, looking ever so comfortable. He's got a mansion of room for him to bring this race home. Oh, beautiful, beautiful racing. And second place coming into shot, Troy Sneyman. Very nice. Ooh, some of my favorite races coming into shot in the same frame. Muhammad Wali and Troy Sneyman, all but through the kitchen sink in. Last time around in the championship, it was just carnage, and that's what we want. Slams, hand on table. That's exactly what we want. But let's see if they can bring it to us again. Bit of action as Troy Sneyman goes slightly uphill for the last turn. Lap 11 of 15 at the moment, so the countdown begins for Troy Sneyman to bring that second place, maybe first place home. You never know what happens. As we see the flex of Muhammad Wali's chassis there, set up, dialed in nicely as you want. It's exactly what you want to see. The inner rear wheel jacking up as the racer turns. Then you know the kart is turning. It needs to do that. Having lack of suspension, the chassis needs to flex to adjust to the contours of each track to bring each talented driver home. Troy Sneyman getting a bit of gravel and dust. Nobody likes that, but seems rather steady. Securing his second place there. Troy Sneyman, as you see the glare from his visor there, he's got a lot of clear track ahead of him, so he's going to be focusing on just the stretch, the final stretch of 3 laps, that's ahead of them, as Muhammad Wali, our leader there, makes it out through the tight stuff and then goes uphill, approaching our last turn. Gap and a half, that is. Well done, Muhammad Wali. You've set the bar, young man. But we'll see what happens in Heat 2, as there was a bit of a crash that helped him out. So we'll see if Troy Sneyman's able to bring it to him in Heat 2. But at the moment, it looks like the grid is set as to how it will finish. And Troy Sneyman naturally would have a bit of momentum, having won a very tight fight, which I alluded to earlier, between himself and Muhammad Wali in the championship last year. Muhammad Wali saying, "My boy, I'll get you." I'll get you. He's going back with vengeance in mind. So it's going to be an interesting fight as they've graduated up to juniors from Minimax rather. So they're bringing the fight up to juniors, and got a long and short year of racing thanks to COVID-19. But Galfus being the champion in this class last year, he's probably going to make way this time around for these two, having graduated up to senior. Max, but Muhammad Wali, very comfortable, stretching his legs. His dad must be giving him a slow clap as he makes a championship winning statement, I would say. Remember the name. As he begins his last lap, you see the marshal getting the checkered flag ready. Fat lady's about to come out, and she's wearing a black and white checkered dress. Muhammad Wali taking advantage of that first lap incident, definitely taking advantage of that, but not to take away from the man's ability to race a go-kart. He's definitely got the skill to put it out there. I think it's going to be tested a bit more in race 2, but as it stands, he makes his way up the hill, coming off the back of a dominant winning overall in E2 there. And he's got a whole lot of wind in his sails as he takes race 1 in the Junior Max class here at Swart Corps. Well done, Muhammad Wali, fist in the air, that's what's up. And in second place, Troy Sneyman will be coming up shortly. But that's how it wraps up. Ethan Steer in third place, Kian Grottis in fourth. Gideon Naidu, younger Naidu, in fifth. And Juandre Nel was in a bit of a fight with Matthew Wadley, but came up tops in sixth place. Matthew Wadley in seventh, and Tyler Robinson in eighth. That's how it goes. Interesting. We're yet to see the peak. We're yet to see the peak. Stay tuned, because Heat 2 is going to be hot for this particular class. The best racing class, one of, if not the best racing classes we have, specifically because of those top two finishes. So do stay tuned. But we have the DD2 Masters coming up. They are called Masters for a reason. They've mastered this class. And also they're over 32 years old. So that, that does make a contribution. But yeah, we'll see the best of the best in this category. The D2 Masters, slightly heavier, slightly older, slightly more experienced. Hands down the best sounding class South Africa has to offer, honestly. You cannot mistake the sound of a DD2. You cannot mistake the gear change of a DD2. Two-speed, of course. It's just phenomenal. You do want to check this race out, especially as the day progresses and the racing gets a bit more intense. But I am Prince Ndiweni, if I haven't already said so. I'm Motormouth for the day. I'm Rambrin. I'm Revel Ramble. I'm Reverend Ramble. I'll be rambling on about motorsport all day long as we close in on the last of the first round of heats. So after DD2 Masters, we have the Minimax coming up, and that'll be the first half of the day's racing. South Africa's finest. Stay tuned. Hear them already buzzing. It's the DD2 Masters. This has to be the Formula 1 of karting. My goodness. As they come down the home straight for the warm-up lap. Many talented characters coming into this class. We've got Alistair Minge, Eugene Brits, Owen Stern, Pascal Acqua, Jonathan Peterson, the ever-dominant, the ever-dominant Nick Verheul, taking 4 rounds. 4 rounds out of it, Julia. 4 heats rather, not rounds, because the entire racing weekend is a round. But 4 heats taken in Durban by Nicholas Verheul, so watch out for that, man. It's going to be a tight one. It's going to be a tight one, folks. It's going to be a tight one. Here we go, building up to start. Relatively slow start. But they have to keep it neat, have to keep it tidy. You don't want to restart. It's just going to be embarrassing. These are the Masters. They have to set the example for the Bambinos, you know what I mean? Look how neat and tidy they're keeping it, hey? Stand-up stuff as Nick Verheul. Slight nods there from Jonathan Peterson. I don't think he means to nod. But here comes the start. Lights on, lights off, and away they go. Nick Verheul secures his turn 1. It is... Oh, no, he doesn't. Wow. Wow, how quickly things change. Oh, my goodness. That's Eugene Brits in the all-white, looking like the Stig. Taking it away from Nick Verheul. He's going to have to do a lot of defending. This is Nick Verheul we're talking about. The top 3 is Eugene Brits, Nick Verheul, and Jonathan Peterson in the pink/green. Also happens to be the top 3 in all races that we've seen so far in the DD2 Masters class. Here we go, as Eugene Brits, aka the Stig. Okay, so we officially dub Eugene Brits the Stig. Okay, cool. Now we've got the admin out the way. The Stig leads from Nick Verheul and Jonathan Peterson in 3rd place. And I do see a Marwan Salmi, common feature, very common feature in the Masters class. Certainly no slouch, so he'll be taking the spoils if anyone messes it up in the top 3. It's not going to be an easy one for the top 4, all of them having been to the World Finals. But a sudden gap appears out of nowhere. 2 or 3 cut lengths between the top 2 and the latter 2 that come up to make up the top 4. all of a sudden Eugene Brits and Nick Ferreira have found like so much speed. As Brits and Ferreira look over their shoulders to see who's trailing them on the home straight of their home track. Nick Ferreira on the inside taking the lead from Brits. Does he have an answer? The Stig says no. Stig is going to be patient. Yeah, plus the Stig is a cool, nope, not a cool character. Takes it right back, takes the lead back and says sorry, having knocked Nick back into third. They came together there slightly, and that is Jonathan Peterson now in second place. Does have Nick to worry about because Nick does have a lot of pace. We saw that sudden jump between himself and the bottom two of the top four. So now we have Ferreira in third with Nobi Solda and Marwan Selmi. Will the three CRGs? How will the three CRGs split this one, or are the two CRGs split this one in the form of Nick Ferreira and Marwan Selmi? Eugene Brits, aka the Stig, looking very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. In typical Stig fashion, eh? This is not surprising at all. Now what's funny is I'm calling Eugene Brits the Stig. Greg Maloney calls him the Black Knight because of his cards. I don't know which one sticks. We'll have a vote. We'll have a poll. Tell you what, get on our Facebook, get on our stream, however you can. Tell us which is a better name. Is Jonathan Peters reminds Nick Ferreira what his name is. I'm Ferreira, done it. Or rather, I'm Peters, and I've got second place. That's very nice. And that is a bit of a dice day between first and second in the championship in our second and third for this race. Nick Ferreira losing out in third place to Jonathan Peters. Oh my goodness. So Nick Ferreira, as quick and as speedy as he is, has never won a karting championship in all his years of racing. Him 5 times he's been runner-up. So can you imagine? So Nick Ferreira, I love you, my brother, but it's no coincidence that you share a name with Nico Hulkenberg. In your own karting way. There's a bit of a duck. Taking your place back. It's like you can hear me. You can hear me taunting him. It's a very, very, very strange overtaking there. But he made it stick. He's got his place there. Jonathan Peterson now having to build his campaign again to get a second place from him, but they seem very matched for pace. Like there's nothing in between them. They're both exactly 2 seconds adrift of Eugene Brits. Slight difference, 0.4 between each other. So Nick Ferreira knows that the championship lead is in the bag if he gets the overall win for the day. So for the weekend rather. So because we do have 2 heats today and 2 heats tomorrow. 2 heats today and 4 heats tomorrow, my mistake. So it's a lot of racing, a lot of concentration that is being called for on the part of Nick Ferreira. Oh, fingers crossed for you, my bro. This is a tight one. We've got Nick Ferreira, aka Nico Hulkenberg, and Jonathan Peterson behind him. Fight for the championship happening in second and third, and Eugene Brits, the Stig, aka the Black Knights, who had a DNF in one of the heats in Idube. So for the championship, not in contention. So yeah, it was all the way down in the 7th in terms of points. So it's not really not as tantalizing for him. But so he has a lot of work to do. He's got a bit in his mouth in that sense. He's got a lot of making up in terms of points. But Nick Ferreira and Jonathan Peters, our championship leaders, definitely 2 people to watch out for. Anything could happen in the next 5.5 laps as we cross over into lap 9 of the race. Marwan Selmi in the background as he approaches there in 4th place. Alistair Minge in 5th. Pascal Akua in 6th. And Tinashe Ncube in 7th. The 134 cards there. See, I'm telling you, racing is a my blood. I have a relative named Nile, and Tanasi might be one of them. That's all I'm saying. I'll leave it there. So I've got 2 relatives to catch up with. This is a family reunion for me today. But is it a... how do I play with this one? Union of championships? Championship reunion? It's not working out. It's not working out for Nick Correal at the moment. He's trying to catch up to Eugene Brits, who is... He's got day and light. He's got black and white between him and second place. That is, of course, in the race battle. In the championship battle, he's more concerned about Jonathan Pieterse, who's behind him. So Nick is pretty chuffed about being ahead of Jonathan Pieterse. We'll see if his ego manages to push him to go for first overall ahead of Brits. There's quite a gap between the two of them, so highly unlikely. As the Stig, aka Eugene Brits, comes in and out of shot, going in under the tunnel, Nick Ferreal now seemingly right behind him. Do have a bit of drama going into the last 3.5 laps of the race. Let's have a look. Nick Ferreal in the same frame. Nick Ferreal is in the same frame as Eugene Brits all of a sudden. I'll tell you what, guys, I am a reliable person. It's just these people are so fast, okay? So when I tell you grid position, I'm gonna say it again. Give it 2 or 3 seconds to simmer. You know, it might change almost instantly. Nick Ferreal knows exactly what he's doing. He's not in the championship lead for the sake of luck. It's all about hard work and expertise. But he needs a championship, so definitely he's hungry. He needs to break his... Is it a golden duck? What do they call it? It's a golden term. This is karting, for goodness sake. And we've got a race in our hands. Because Nick Ferreal can see Eugene Brits now. It went from a lead that seemed insurmountable to within a couple of corners. You might have Nick Ferreal side by side with Eugene Brits, aka the Stig. Oh no, they're both going into the tunnel at the same time. How quickly things change. Getting whiplash for how quick these results are shaping up differently every second. You see how the Minimax class wraps things up for the round 1, or rather first half of our day's racing. The second half is coming up with the second heats once the Minimax class is done. But for the moment, nothing is done yet with the DD2 Masters as Eugene Brits goes into lap 14 of a 15-lap race with Nick Ferreal buzzing in his ear. Buzzing, literally buzzing in his ear. You can hear Nick Ferreal changing gears right behind him. Nick knew what he was doing, folks. Nick knew what he was doing. He was just saying, just you wait, Prince and Duetti, just you wait, I'll show you. It's not over. I see he's in a wheel lifting there. Here it comes. Here comes the move we've been waiting for. Is it gonna, won't it? No, it's not gonna happen. Eugene Brits keeping it together for now. Let's see if it comes now. Oh, Nick Ferreal is going for it, folks. And Eugene Brits knows he's gonna let him by. I know Eugene. Ooh, I don't know Eugene. He blocks it. He parks the oh, Nick Ferreal mistake. It's over. One mistake. That's all it takes. Nick Ferreal threw it away there. Nick. I didn't mean to curse you, Nick, but I will continue calling you Nico Hulkenberg until further notice, until there's a championship to your name. Just no one tell him that I call him Nico Hulkenberg. But Eugene Brits taking race 1, Nick Ferreal in second place there, Jonathan Pieterse in third, Marwan Salmi in fourth, Alistair Minge distant fifth, Pascal Akua in sixth. So that wraps up your top 6 for the DD2 Masters class. Eugene Brits, classy stuff. Take your hat off, you Stig, you. Yeah, Black Knight would Stig. Like, there's a lot of things to do. There's a lot of name play that's gonna happen with Eugene Brits over the weekend. So we'll call him the Black Knight for now. until further notice. Stay tuned. But up next, we have the Minimax class. Oh, wow. Can you believe that's just been the first half of the day's racing? Minimax still has a lot of action to bring to the table. Let's see some of the characters we have coming up in this episode of Minimax Racing. Gazi Motlika, Eric Haystack, Ethan Deacon, I like that, Berlin Robinson, Troy Sneyman, Reza Levy. If you're not getting goosebumps at these names, you're about to, because we have a Georgia Lennox, we have Casey Enza Smith. Does that ring a bell? We've got Luvuwe Sambudla, Mahlori, Mabunda, and Khabang Mgati. I tell you what. You should have camped out. You're camping out in the same spot in your house, in your office. Should you be in an office on a Saturday? Who knows? If you're somewhere on this racing track out here in Swartkops, give us a post, give us a tag, wherever you're streaming from. Let us know on Facebook. We like the engagement. We've got Minimax, one more class to go for the first half of today's racing to wrap it up. A lot of action coming ahead. Stay tuned. I hear a buzz, I hear a hum, and it's a group of angry Rotax engines coming up. So Gazi Motlika, main star of the show, a dominance. There's something about Idube that just says dominance. Idube dominance. It has been the headline for a lot of the races, and Gazi Motlika is no exception. He came on with a 4-race clean sweep from the sweeping, sliding circuit down on the coast of South Africa, up on top of the hill. One of the most scenic circuits you will ever see, I think, in the world, in my opinion. Absolutely. But just as scenic, equally as dramatic, equally as tantalizing is the newly laid, resurfaced new format of the Swartkops Raceway. And we've got a bit of our last turn leading onto the home circuit there. We've got a reshape. It's slightly uphill now. It's less downhill, less of one sweep, one clean steering movement. It's a bit longer now. It's a bit more challenging. You have a bit more cambered. Used to be a nice clean 90-degree, 2 90-degree turns, which made for one relatively smooth movement. Now it's a bit of a box corner. So, yeah, a bit more challenging. You have to adjust. But it's the name of the game. It's what everybody in a karting seat today signed up for. I heard humming, then the humming left. There must be something going on as your Minimax line up for their race, their Heat 1, to close up the first half of racing for the day. It's not over yet. We're going to have a bit of a break, and then we started again with the big boys, the DD2s. The Heat 2 with DD2 coming up after this class. Stay tuned. Delay on a hot day in Pretoria. Might as well practice my poetry in the meantime. So as I was telling you, might as well keep you in the loop with the scoop. My poetry is, wow, honestly, I should let me just make a note to pursue a career in poetry. Done. Gazi Motlika is the star. Okay, I'll stop now. He's in the lead of the championship with 140 points. Casey Enza Smith, Clayton Cole Enza Smith. Oh, come on. This kid has the coolest name in the grid. Clayton Cole Enza Smith, 126 points, right behind Gazi Motlika. Luvuwe Sambudla in third place, 116 points. Joaquin de Oliveira, 114 points, 2 points adrift of Luvuwe Sambudla. Reza Levy in fifth place, with 113 points, and I hear a buzzing and a humming again. A group of Minimax cards are within earshot. They can't help but be some of the best sounding engines you will hear out on the circuit in karting. That is, of course, the Max engine. Warm-up lap lines up, getting the tires hot, getting the brakes hot as much as you can, that is. That's relatively easy to achieve in Pretoria. 32 whole degrees, that is 32 degrees Celsius. You asked for spring and you got it. Hey, God is listening, guys. And we just went to summer. This just in from our experts in the weather department. Yes, we have experts in the weather department. You heard that correct. Okay, Gazi Motlika. It's going to be interesting how this pans out with him. But let's have a look at the grid, shall we, as they line up for the Minimax race. It's going to be a tight one as I scroll ferociously. And we've got Gazi Motlika, of course, in the lead. Casey Enza Smith in second, Troy Sneeman third, Luwe Sambudla fourth, Mr. Haystack, Eric Haystack in fifth, Ethan Deacon. Lights on, and away they go. Very good start. We don't have to rehash that one. In the lead. Oh my goodness. Brilliant start. Casey Enza Smith. Well done, young man. Well done. Gazi Motlika in second place, okay, relatively okay, didn't lose out too much. Luis Sambudla gained a place there away from Troy Sneeman, who is now in fourth. Nice little gamble there. Troy Sneeman, defending champion, of course, plies his trade in several classes apparently. That's correct, junior and mini class. What a place to be side by side, my goodness. RG Bargy so early in the race, rather. Look, viewers, my man, you better keep that lead, boy. You better. Oh, but Casey has some things to say about that. Not so easy. Not so easy side by side again. Casey on the inside, we on the outside, three abreast. Ooh, you wanted drama, you got it. What is going on? Okay, who's in the lead now? I'm asking you, and I'm supposed to be telling you. I've got Casey Enza Smith in the lead, Troy's name on second, 3 and 4. There's a battle there. Someone else is putting his name down. Who is this young man? Find out for you in a second. Oh my goodness, we've got a battle for third, fourth, and fifth at the moment. And arms wide mechanic. Yep, I got my arms out wide too. I look crazy. I'm the only person going crazy in the entire commentary booth. Because you and I have the same front row seats, and as it stands, Casey Enza Smith is in the lead. Troy's name on second, Gazi Motlika third, Eric Haystack in fourth, Riza Libby in fifth, Lubuya Sambudla has lost places again in sixth, Ethan Deacon seventh, and Khabang Gati wrapping up the top 8 there as all the carters go under the hill. Cart 454 of Riza Libby. Gazi Motlika, of course, having led 99% of the laps in Idube. What a stat. Hey, oh, what a battle happening for the mid-pack. Luwe Sambudla watching a drama right in front of him with Eric Haystack and Riza Levy. This must be a movie. Must be beside 3. Oh, wow. That was very close. Haystack nearly taken out by Levy there. Sambudla would have been a victim of that, but seemed to have recovered. Sambudla kind of knocking Sambudla. Ooh, nice inside move by Sambudla there. Beautiful move on Eric Haystack. Let's see if Haystack can answer that. Does he, won't he, will he, shall he? Yes, he does immediately. Side by side, I love it. Can't predict anything in this class. It's been 2 abreast, 3 abreast for most of the corners we've seen successively. I tell you what, the cameramen are flexy today. We've got drama everywhere. Got the front, the mid-pack, the rear. Pick or choose, which one do you want? As Sambudla makes a double move on... tries to pass Mabunda. Mabunda passes him. Levy loses out somehow there. Now Riza Levy is trying to get his way back. Oh my goodness. Ooh, what a nice battle there we have. It's Sneeman and Motlika. Oh my goodness. Championship leader Troy Sneeman against last year's winner. Oof. Okay, so there's always a sequel to these stories. Now you've got to read about how these races are building up to this. You got to look into their historic races on our YouTube channel. You can definitely find it there and see how this championship rivalry actually builds up. With second and third, Gazi Motlika and Troy Sneeman. Ooh, Motlika types on the inside, what a move! But Sneeman says, nah, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it, boy. You cooked your tires there. oh man, Troy Sneeman showing him how it's done. Motlika, of course, the rookie. But hey, we all learn at some point, right? He's still cutting his teeth and he's doing it with the best of them, so you can forgive him. He'll be back. He's a fighter. I'll tell you what, the mid-pack battle. Oof, 5, 6, and 7 in a tight train there. Let me see if I can get these young men mentioned. Khabang Ngati leading that train. Look at him, Sambula there in shot. Mabunda, I believe that is him. Riza Levy coming up right behind him in 7th. And Ngati, as I was mentioning him, leading the pack there. And number 5 is 6, Georgia Leonard, the young lady, ahead of Ethan Deacon and Berlin Robinson, wrapping up our 11 class strong Minimax. Lap 7 of 12 at the moment. Have you left your seat yet? I know you couldn't. Impossible. Not with this much drama. They've got us in 6s and 7s for the battle for 6 and 7 as someone goes on the inside. As caught 5-4-1 of Ethan Deacon. Nice move, young man. Composure. So it's about composure. 6s and 7s for the 6 and 7. Tell you what, self-fulfilling prophecy or what? What's going on? Is that Riza Levy going wide? That is Riza Levy going wide. Oh man. I can't call it. I rely quite heavily on my skills in predicting, but it's just difficult. I'll predict the easiest one. Casey Enzersmith is going to win this. That's because he's in first, way ahead of Troy Sneeman. So it's kind of easy to do that. As for third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, we might need it in a designated Rotax psychic to call that on. It's a lot of drama happening. Casey Enzersmith looking comfortable. I expect no less from the young man. Just head and shoulders above quite a few Carters in many respects, but not exactly a short strip challenge. Definitely to his position ahead. Troy Sneeman is no slouch. Gazi Motlika no slouch. Eric Haystack no slouch. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Troy Sneeman definitely familiar with championship lead battles. But as it stands, Gazi Motlika in the toe of Troy Sneeman over there. Here it comes. Here it comes. Gazi Motlika saying, will you park the bus now? No, not yet. I'm going to build it up. Maybe a lap 11. Maybe with half a lap to go. Gazi Motlika is going to make his move. But my mistake, that wasn't Gazi Motlika going wide a couple of laps earlier. That was Eric Haystack. He went phenomenally wide. That was just hard to miss. But he seems to have corrected his ways. Gazi Motlika. Nostrils full with the exhaust fumes from Troy Sneeman's go-kart. Let's have a look. The reigning champ and the wannabe champ. That's the tagline. Over your shoulder, that's right. Wannabes are hungry. They will dive right inside. But nah, not a chance. Park the bus, the mother of all buses. Does he undercut? No. Motlika could not undercut to answer to Sneeman. Sneeman is just... there is defending and then there is Sneemaning right now. Chopping that track in half for Motlika. You can't do anything about it. And does it again. Yeah, Sneeman is just shutting all doors. There's no way in. Can't find a window. Can't find nothing to get past the man. Experience coming to the fore, showing the rookie how it's done. Oh my goodness. And Motlika going on the inside. Motlika, let's see if he makes it stick. Nice move, but Sneeman says, oh, woo, Motlika on the cross. My goodness, that was close. Very nice racing. Wow, as we start the final lap. I think Motlika went in too soon there. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Now, the interesting thing about that last corner, it's been difficult to overtake it with the old format. With the new format, it's opened up for more racing opportunity. Hence, you see a lot of aggression going in there. People going side by side going into that last turn, and we'll see if Motlika is able to build up a lead again. Here we go as our leader, Casey Enza Smith, comes home up the hill, getting ready to wrap up. You see him in the distance there. Coming up to take heat 1, fist in the air. My man, Casey, that's my boy right there. Very nicely done. Man with the coolest name on the grid, Clayton Cole Enza Smith. And in second and third place, Troy Sneeman, as well as Gazi Motlika. Ooh, that show, now that episode, that series, you got to binge watch that series. It's called the Gazi Motlika versus Troy Sneeman series. Here in the Rotax Max National Championship. That's not over at all. There's a lot of battling going on with those two for the next 5 heats. Exactly, we've got 5 more heats to go, and this is only the first. Stay tuned. But yeah, as it stands, it is Casey Enza Smith, Troy Sneeman, Gazi Motlika, Erich Heistek, Luvuyo Sambudla, Matlori Mabunda, wrapping up the top 6. You asked for drama, we gave it to you.
So everything is kind of flush moving. If you put a blue in, it's going to fall the time. The chassis effect. Just the color. I would have taken the eyes of the
Alrighty then, it is episode 2. Championship. Lights on, lights off for where they go. Perfect start. Sebastian Boyd keeping his first place intact. No argy-bargy, no drama. Brad Liebenberg out on the outside, Boyd securing the inside in a shared. Was that a stablemate battle? The road chassis there. Brad Liebenberg being there for the time being. By Sebastian Boyd in third place. This is going to be a bit of a mix-up. I see Nick Farrell slow down significantly behind Jamie Smith there. As we see Rob Whiting right behind Brad Liebenberg. Tries in a surprise position off behind Jamie Smith. That right as you heard me. Rob Whiting on the tail of Brad Liebenberg. Maybe landing up a move at turn 1 now. Jamie Smith complaining about something mechanical on his kart as Rob Whiting adjusts the radiator flap on his. Trying to cool his kart a bit more. Heat it up for a good start, cool it for a well-maintained stint.
Live stream.
Sebastian Boyd set up. It's just almost song. Look at the man opening a gap so early.
Later, I'm not sure about that.
He's got his jetting, his carb setting to a team because of how much pace he can gain from the word go. Let's see how much pace he can maintain and then we can confirm that. Possibly, or his own younger brother. We have, do I see both Smiths? Ooh, going wide, Rob Whiting there. I'm gonna have to check. What a kick. Yeah. Here it is. Right there. Someone fly over there, wrong. That's two games. what happened there? Oh no. Get ahead of the younger Smith here. Nick Farrell lining it up. No, turn one. What's up with turn one, people? Nick Farrell being the Oreo in the Smith cookie. Still right between our Smiths. Let's see. Nick Farrell. Ooh, Nick Farrell is still the cream in the Oreo cookie from the Smith family. Let's have a look, see if he can get ahead of the younger Smith. Ooh, we're gonna need an update here. Okay, so here it is. Nick Farrell is behind Jamie Smith. Brandon Smith is behind Nick Farrell. Or now Brandon Smith is behind Jamie. As Nick secures third place. Nicely done. Now we've got the Smith gathering. There's Jamie Smith and Brandon Smith, his older brother behind him. And Rob Whiting in a distant sixth. Nick Farrell, well done to him. Now he's got a Brad Liebenberg to look ahead to. See if he's able to catch him. It took a while for him to get ahead of Jamie Smith, so he held him up in terms of pace. It's going to be a frustrating few laps, 4.5 laps that is. But already, can you see the difference, people? Man was being held up, holding me up, and he's checking the gap to see, yep, of a truth, you were held up. Mr. Nick Farrell, aka Nico Hulkenberg. It's all love, Nick. Jamie Smith right behind him, Brandon Smith falling behind. And it looks like Rob Whiting is failing to get past Brandon Smith. And as I said, it's like, I don't know, jeez, he's literally trying to sabotage my commentary here. You can't work like this, Rob Whiting, that is. But you're doing your job. You're a racer. This is what you're supposed to do. Getting his own back at Brandon Smith, getting ahead of him, and now Brandon Smith is falling behind, and he's got, Jason Kitsea. Is that Jason Kitsea? Yes, it is. What a nice move by Jason Kitsea, trying to gain places there. Ahead of Brandon Smith, and Rob Whiting has Jamie Smith in his sights. Come on, Jamie. Jamie, you've got someone on your shoulder. You've got Rob Whiting knocking. And Brad Liebenberg, I've seen Brad Liebenberg do this before. I know Sebastian Boyle is comfortable, but I've seen Brad Liebenberg do this before. He'll let you think you've got a whole mansion of a lead. But the four-time world champion, four-time champion, my apologies, but world championship competitor, he's been to the world final several times. But he'll make you feel comfortable and build up a campaign that you don't see coming, you know? With 2 laps to go, with 1 lap to go even, will close the gap and make it stick. So Sebastian Boyd really needs to be careful for the next, what does it look like? 1.5 laps, 2.5 laps. He needs to be very careful. Yeah. And just, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Look at that, they're in the same frame all of a sudden. See, a couple of laps ago, they were not in the same frame, and now Brad Liebenberg potentially lining up leadership change, but credit to Sebastian Boyd, he's quick. But Brad Liebenberg is at 42.3 seconds quicker than Sebastian Boyd, about a tenth quicker than Sebastian Boyd, and Brad Liebenberg, of course, is the unofficial championship leader in the absence of Cristiano Morgado, whose neck got injured. Was he going too fast somewhere else apart from karting? Oh, jeez. But I was going to take a dig at him and say he got a whiplash from doing something he shouldn't have been doing, but was actually involved in a crash with Rochelle Duplessis and Vereniging. So it's one of those battle scars, battle wounds. So, you know, we understand from Ricardo. Recover, other one. And as Brad Liebenberg is saying exactly what I was saying, he's doing just exactly as I was saying. Closing up the gap in the final lap, trying to line up a move on Sebastian Boyd rather. But Boyd has kept his head. Well done, Sebastian Boyd. Oh, brilliantly driven, brilliantly driven. Nice. We've got a win in Heat 2 of the DD2 class for Sebastian Boyd, getting his own back. Brad Liebenberg, the unofficial championship leader, in second, unable to mount up a challenge, leaving it for too late, I would say, to try and get his own back in the race. And in third place, distant third place, we've got Nick Verheul. And fourth place, Rob Whiting, had quite a dramatic race. Jamie Smith, Brandon Smith features somewhere there. Jason Katsia, Nicholas Spanuyanis in 7th, Nico Zafiris in 8th, and Divan Rak in 9th place. That was DD2 episode 2. How do you like it? That was DD2 episode 2, or officially known as Heat 2, wrapped up. Upcoming is the Bambino class, the Bambino class. Plenty racing. It's pint size, kid size races, because they are kids. They should be that size. If they weren't, we should be concerned. So it's kid size races with adult size racing ability. You'll see what I mean in a moment. Very, very close racing with these youngsters. It's going to be exciting. Stay tuned. Muscles just clearing up a few technical issues, making sure everything is clean. You can see them in your shot. So with the Bambinos, given how slow and quick, they are quick, but they are slow to start. We're gonna have an immediate start here. We don't have a lineup. We do have a designated safety cart to lead them, keep them in the right lane. That is Eugene Brits taking out safety cart duties. Lights on, lights off. Away they go. Nice stop from the Bambinos. A couple of the young ones going wide there, but they've kept it clean. They've very beautiful start there. I've got MJ in the lead. MJ Tekiso in the lead. It's going to be a clean one. It's going to be a nice bit of racing because there's nothing to split the field up. Everyone's in with a chance for a win, at least in the top 10. Let me say the top 10. This is the Bambinos. Okay? So it will be close. Car 76 of Aiden Beaumont. Battling there with some of the grid, the ribbing there on the side. That can't be comfortable. And as they go up the hill, Mateo Mason, rather, in the 28 cart, right ahead of the young man. I'll locate him in a second. He's just disappeared from my radar. And he comes back again. My own cousin, I forgot my own cousin, is Manelisi Nkomo, who is maintaining his lead against of Matao Mason right there. Nice. Wow. Nice race we've seen here. MJ Tekiso in the lead, Rafael da Silva second, Matao Mason third, Manelisi Nkomo, it's good bro. In fourth, Aiden Beaumont fifth, and Christian Farrell in the sixth place. Knowing the Bambinos, the top 10 are still. Jack Moore in 10th place is with the chance of actually winning this race. This is the Bambinos, very unpredictable. Anything can happen. But as it stands, MJ Tekiso is at the helm. There he is, keeping it nice and narrow. That is defending. Hectic defending we're seeing there from MJ Tekiso. Lap 2 of 8. Okay, well, I suppose when you know you've got some quick young men behind you, the likes of Rafael da Silva behind you, you know you should secure a place. Manelisi Nkomo doing very well to maintain. Caleb Moss, having to work his way up from the back. In 8th place at the moment. MJ just lost his place. Rafael da Silva now in the lead. So very slightly delayed updates in terms of positions there, but it is car number 69 in the lead of Rafael da Silva and MJ Tekiso in second place, Manelisi Nkomo in third, and Matao Mason in fourth. What's this? 3 abreast. Call me a psychic, call me a prophet. No? Okay, not this time around. I predict a lot of 3 or 4 race racing coming up right now because the top 4, there's nothing in it for them. MJ Tekiso in the lead again. Can't predict it, you can't call it. It's coming, it's pending. Promise you, you can put some money on it. There will be a 3 abreast move coming with these races. Ooh, MJ going slightly wide but keeping his lead ahead of Mr. Da Silva, Rafael da Silva. Manelisi Nkomo still there. There it is. Oh, nice move. Oh, MJ loses out big time. Oh, MJ loses out big time. He is going to fuming. Oh, fuming. Someone just ruined his race. That someone is Manelisi Nkomo. Matao Mason and Manelisi Nkomo going. Can't call it side by side. Matao kind of opened the door for Manelisi to take his position back there. Rafael da Silva is gonna suffer the wrath, or will he, of Manelisi Nkomo in a moment. Is he diving on the inside? Is he diving? No, not this time. Is he playing the patient? Oh, wait, hey, Limaton. Can't call it. I love it. It's racing. 2 wheels. Oh, legend. Manelisi, take a bow. You know what? He's won the race. I don't care what the top 3 says. Manelisi just won the race because he could recover from 2 wheels. Oh, how do you save that? I've seen people save oversteers. I've seen people save understeers. I've seen people save complete spins, doing a complete twirl, a soiree, or whatever you call it in ballet. But 2 wheels, masterful, and he's still in second place ahead of Matao Mason. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. He deserves. What is the crash equivalent of a cold drink on the rocks? Whatever that is, he needs that. Deserving. Tries to go on the inside with the lead chains, but they locked wheels. Oh, what is going on? MJ Tekiso rams his way into the top 3, ramming past Manelisi Nkomo after a brilliant save. I told you. You cannot call this race. There you go, wow, brilliant. Da Silva losing it, going so wide. Matao Mason in the lead now, ahead of Manelisi Nkomo. Yes. You know what? I'm just gonna wait a couple of laps. I can't call this instrument. It's just happening too much. It's going too fast for my mouth. Here comes it. 3 abreast, 4 abreast. There it is. I called it. It's happening. It's happening. And Manelisi comes out in the lead. Manelisi just lost his lead like half a lap ago, and he's got it back. But MJ Tekiso taking it. Oh, correction. De Silva looked like he was taking Manelisi's got it back again. De Silva in second place. MJ Tekiso in third. Or not. It's not MJ Tekiso. It's Aiden Boom. Wow. I tell you what. I shouldn't have said anyone could win this, because now I've just got my mouth sore. I need a lozenge endorsement or something. Hey guys. Brilliant racing. Caleb Moss. Caleb Moss is in the running now. A man who was in top 8. He was completely nowhere. Here he is in the top 6 now. Making his move on the inside is Manelisi Nkomo. Well done. Leaving MJ Tekiso in the dust. Surprise, surprise. Matao Mason in the lead. This is brilliant. What's going to be funny is the conversation with our technical guys and how quick the system is able to catch up with the lead changes. Because this is like a thriller second type stuff. You can't keep up with this. And Matao Mason goes way wide, and we've got a back marker. We've got a back marker. Santiago Friday being passed by there. Ooh, Beaumont. Keegan Beaumont is in the lead now. I told you. And the winner of 2 races, Ini Dube, is stretching his legs ahead of Caleb Moss. Ooh, 3 abreast with Manelisi Nkomo, Caleb Moss and Manelisi side by side. Now Manelisi comes out ahead. Caleb Moss is livid, lifting up his left fist in fury. And we've got Rafael da Silva in second place, Manelisi Nkomo in third, but Keegan Beaumont is that rival that you didn't see coming, that antagonist. Oh, well done, Keegan Beaumont. You snuck up and took it. Keegan Beaumont in first, Rafael da Silva in second, Manelisi Nkomo in third. Yeah, that's right. Celebrate, you've earned it. Aiden Beaumont. My apologies, I've been saying Keegan Beaumont this whole time. It's Aiden Beaumont. Look at him. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's earned that one. He's definitely earned that one. He snuck up on all the guys in the top 6, top 7, because he was absolutely no. And he goes off the track celebrating. Oh my word. That's hilarious. Oh man. Oh, brilliant racing. Probably one of the most thrilling races we had all day. Maybe 5 or 6 lead changes in the space of 2 laps. Absolutely brilliant racing from the Bambinos. But yes, Aiden Beaumont takes it. Rafael da Silva in second and Manelisi Nkomo in third is the final running. Caleb Moss in fourth. Christian Verheil in fifth. And Harry Rowe wraps up the top 6. And that is the Cinemaxes that you see coming into your shots. It is episode 2 of the Cinemax racing for the day. Ooh, it's going to be a tight one between Bishop, Naidu, and Fissa for the championship lead, of course. High stakes here. We're not playing here. It's high stakes. And it's not going to be much in between these three races. So the build-up came about in Heat 1. A lot less luck rather for Naidu. So he's going to have a lot of working to actually make up for lack. But wow, this is going to be close. Dane van Heerden was so impressive. Dane van Heerden was so very impressive in Heat 1, having come back from a not so impressive qualifying. So I'd love to see how he managed to salvage some more of the lack of pace that he might have had looking at his qualifying. He didn't qualify too great, but as they come down the home straight, lights on, and ho-ho! Dane van Heerden, what a dive out the outside. Brilliant start. RG Bargy. Vintage karting. That's just how it works. Who comes out on top? Tate Bishop ahead of Fissa. Naidu losing out to Dane van Heerden straight away. Ooh, sandwich. Karting sandwich, anyone? Most expensive sandwich you will taste. There you have it. Tate Bishop trying to stretch his legs ahead of Shalfisser and Dane van Heerden on the grass, going Valtteri Bottas on us. Brother, make it easy for yourself. My goodness. Beautiful overtaking from Akil Alibai. Now he's got Naidu. Sure, Naidu in his sights. What was that Dane van Heerden? After working so hard to get to third, let's see if he's able to. Oh, he doesn't have any damage. But he went on the grass, which usually doesn't really damage the chassis. This damages the driver's ego and infuriates the mechanic who has to clean that. You might have noticed I said that in a bitter tone because I've cleaned a lot of grass in my day. There he is, Dane van Heerden looking okay, seems to have recovered. Akil Alibai is going to trouble Shea Naidu for a bit. Shea Naidu doesn't seem to have the pace. Having seen some of these things happen before, Akil Alibai might overtake Shea Naidu and ask him to give him a bit of a breather and work with him to try and catch with the top three. We'll see if it happens. Akil Alibai being the debutant, let's see if he's going to take the lead here. I would love to see how he thinks because he's a debutant in this class. Can he lead someone who's... Oh, no! Oh, my goodness. Oh, jeez, I spoke too soon. Oh, my goodness. 3 abreast for a fraction of a second with Wyman getting his in there ahead of Alibai, who's just made a blunder. That was a blunder, really, but he's able to recover. Shea Naidu now has Kutsia to worry about. He's right behind him. Not going too well for Kutsia at the moment. Not showing the pace he's capable of. But as we go into, or we continue lap 4 of 15. Tate Bishop is in the lead, Sharpless in second. Dane Van Heerden, aka Valtteri Bottas. You will check the replays as to why I call him Valtteri Bottas. Jack Rowe in fourth behind Dane Van Heerden, and Wayland Wyman, who is now in a feature in today's episode because of Akil Alibai's failed attempt to overtake Shren Naidu. Okay, looks a bit more subdued and relaxed now. Akil Alibai might line up or move on Wayland Wyman, given that he seems to have more pace than him. I'll give you an update on the lap times in a second, but by the look of it, he's able to keep with him, so that's usually a telltale sign of being quicker than the guy ahead of you. Tate Bishop, that's him in the lounge, in the leader's lounge, stretching his legs, but he won't fall asleep at all. Shalfus are right behind him. Dane Van Heerden 2. Neither of them are slouches. As for lap times, Tate Bishop 43.4, 43.5 for Shalfus, and 43.7 for Dane Van Heerden. Wayland Wyman is in a 43.9 range. Akil Alibai 43.8. Like I said, he is quicker by a tenth than Wayland Wyman, so he could overtake him in the next couple of laps. After the Morgado no-show, top 3 guys in this race are the top 3 in the championship as well. Yes, Morgado does this a little, here a little, there a little, DD2 a little, Cinemax a little. But Naidu, Shren Naidu, is the man in the championship fight as well. Not to rule him out, although he's got an Akil Alibai or a Wayland Wyman to worry about. Akil Alibai just gained a place over Wayland Wyman and is in 4th place at the moment. Tate Bishop looking comfortable. Charles Fisser looks like he's biding his time as his chassis, his 20-car chassis flexes over the top of the hill. That is a sight. Akil Alibai opening a lead. Wayland Wyman falling. Oh no. Wayland Wyman is going to slow Shren Naidu down if he doesn't make this move stick. Beautiful. He does it immediately. Yeah, that was just going to ruin the rest of his race. Because Shren Naidu still does have a chance to catch. Oh, Wayland Wyman is not done. Not to be ruled out. Oh. Continue. Ooh, Shren Naidu says, nah, my brother. Wayland Wyman says, no, right back. Like a boxing match. I jab, you jab. I swing, you swing. I hook, you hook. And this time around, Wayland Wyman's hook has stuck. And Shren Naidu has a Jack Rowe right behind him now. But I don't think Jack Rowe has the pace to kind of challenge him. And Shren Naidu, perhaps he's seen better days on other hunting grounds. Not on Swartkorp's grounds, not on the sometimes lush, sometimes gold, as you can see, grass. Dane Van Heerden can tell you a bit about the grass, tell you that much. Shren Naidu not able to. I see a card being rolled off. Someone just lost a significant amount of pace. Is it Jason Kutsia? He's fallen back significantly. I saw a card being. Yep, there's a card on the tires. Yeah, it's Jason Kutsia. It looks like Jason Kutsia from here. Yeah. Oh no. It looks like a tie rod that came loose. He looks like he's fixing his tie rod. So it's the rod that connects his tire to the steering column. So he's not able to steer at all, basically. When you look at that that screwing motion that he's making with his left hand, it does look like a tie rod. And he's getting his cart back down. Looks like the tie rod was loose. It didn't break or anything, but it was loose. If he gets a push back into the race. Got a nice view from here. I've also got a nice view of, guess what? Clouds. Rain clouds. Oh, come on. This is going to be an interesting end of the day. And it's hot enough to give us a little bit of showers. Just a little bit of showers. We'll see how that pans out. But we're at lap 10 of a 15-lap race. Tate Bishop still in the lead comfortably. Oh, Akil Alibi getting a chunk and a half of curb there. Waylon Wyman saying, okay, I'll share that sandwich with you. No, he doesn't make a stick, and he sticks his hands up. Italian hand gestures. He can't stand what Sri Naidu's doing. That's karting for. Check this guy. Check this out. Yeah, Waylon Wyman is actually able to travel Sri Naidu. I thought he had a lot less pace, but he's showing that. Jack Rowe sticking his bumper, his nose cone into Wayman's rear bumper there. Sliding around. Jack Rowe looks so much oversteer from Jack Rowe. Wow, he's in 5th place. 6th place rather. But Wyman seems comfortably ahead of Wyman. Wyman might have taken quite a hit, hence he was complaining about Naidu's tactics. Something might have slowed him down significantly. We have Jack Rowe with Riley Horner giving him the horns. If you want the bull, you're going to get the horns. Riley Horner trying to get his way ahead of Jack Rowe there. Halima Mngadi also in the battle, potentially. Wow, Sri Naidu looks so bouncy there. Is he dealing with a lot of grip on his chassis? It's very bouncy around the tight spot as compared to other drivers. Look quite smooth. Some bouncing from Waylon Wyman might have taken curb there. That might be the reason for that. Shame Jason Katia can't continue. Yeah, Jason Katia is out on the sidelines. Again, it's that same tie rod issue. He could not have tied it tight enough just with his hand. He need a proper 13 and a 10, I believe, if my mechanics is still fresh. 13 and 10 as compared to a teenage hand. Oof, doesn't compare. Shame with him. But looking at Sri Naidu and analyzing his grip, how much grip he has, he seems to have a significant amount of grip. He's still bouncing around that tight section where there is a significant amount of rubber laid down. So his cart might feel very tight in this, and it opens up and allows him to steer a lot less easier than the other drivers. But he seems to be able to handle that. Yep, that was Jason Katia actually getting into the pits. And Dave Panier, the caught 220. That's him in the shot in 3rd place. Tate Bishop, our leader, who's being swung around. His slim frame is being swung around in the Senior Bikes Angry Cart. That's him going into lap 15. That's right, final lap belongs to Tate Bishop. His bright orange and black kit looks very, very appealing. He looks composed, looks steady. And in 2nd place, Charles Visser. And in 3rd place, Dane Panierda. Here he comes, that's him. Charles Visser right there. And Dane Panierda not too far behind. But man of the hour, man of the moment in episode 2 to close it up for the day. 2 Heat wins on a heated, sunny day in Pretoria. Tate Bishop, take a bow. Tate Bishop, you've earned it. That is 2 wins for him. Well done. We'll see how it pans out tomorrow for him. He can get a cold one, as whatever a cold one means for teenagers. But we've got Sharpus in 2nd place, and in 3rd place Dane van Heerde. Very, very impressive racing from Tate Bishop. Very composed, hardly any trouble from anyone. He just had the pace. The setup was on song there, and conditions are changing. Do you see that? We've got shade. That sunshine is gone. Dom dom dom. Cue the suspense music. Tate Bishop in 1st, Sharpus in 2nd, Dane van Heerde in 3rd, Akil Alibi 4th, Sri Naidu in 5th place, Waylon Wyman and Sri Naidu were just so entertaining. Waylon Wyman in 6th place as the weather makes its way to us. Unzim. It's going to be an interesting one if it does rain. We'll see how our racers, our mechanics are able to absorb such a curveball. It's just going to be a difficult one to see your way past. But on we go. We see our way past the Senior Max, and we are now anticipating the Micromax class. Micromax coming for the 2nd heat of the day, of course, and will continue their job, their weekend's work tomorrow. But as it stands, There's a lot of fighting ahead of us. Reese Cousin, Mohammed Murat, Jordan Wadley. Oh, some of my favorites from the race that just went by. Keegan Beaumont. I was confusing Keegan with Aiden for a while. Forgive me for that. So many names to look out for coming into the Micromax race. And I hear they're buzzing. They're coming around the corner. They must be crossing their fingers that there isn't any rain to interrupt their race, because it's looking quite grey, a lot less sunny. And here we go. We got ourselves a warm-up lap. Get the heat into the tires, get the brakes nice and warmed up. Let's get ready to go. Young Carter is trying to get as much heat as possible just before the start. Lights looking bright red if you can see them from wherever you are here at Swartkorps. I know some people love streaming as they work on their carts, as they sit and watch their siblings, grandchildren, nephews, nieces race it out. Here we go. Micromax episode 2. Start looks clean, everybody within the tram lines relatively. And here we go, lights away. Beautiful start. Nicely done, going into turn 1. Murat straight away defending. That left turn is mine, he says. Sticks it on the inside. Nicely positioned cart. Very nicely positioned cart from Murat there. Gets to defend against. Ooh. Not easy. It's not easy, this cutting thing. Mahmoud Murat still has it. Oh, nice move. Very nice overtaking there. Oh my goodness. Mahmoud Murat still in the lead. And Reese Cousin, watch out for Reese Cousin, guys. He's a championship leader and needs to come up from obscurity. Around the fifth place mark. He's really, I think he's in 5th place at the moment. He's got to work his way back up to get in the front of the championship. So it's going to be a battle for him. Battle against himself and a battle against 3 or 4 other races. And having won all 4 heats in last year's final here, he knows this place very well. It's a familiar hunting ground for him. So we'll see how it pans out. He's had to elbow past Jordan Wadley in the 648 CRG, and right now in his sights he has the 675 cards of Caleb Ordendal. We'll see how that pans out. But before, oh my goodness, before Caden Ordendal, he's got is that a Mailula? Yes, it's Rachele Mailula. Not to take him out, yes. Mailula is in the, oh my goodness, in the 3rd place position, right in front of Cousin at the moment. But Murat in the lead, barely in the lead with Caleb Ordendal right on his rear. Does Caleb Ordendal dive on the inside? Nope. Playing it patiently. Oh, this is going to be a hot one, I can tell you now. Look at where Reese Cousin is at the start of the race. He's the hungriest man here because he's a championship leader. Look how soon he's reached the top 3. Very different picture to what we saw in Heat 1. Mailula is in this position. Ideally, he should just sit back and rub his hands, waiting patiently for Murat and Caleb Ordendal to stuff it up, because they're battling. But Mailula is not having any of that. He's going to try go down the inside of Ordendal. Oh, what a move! Wow! Oh, never underrate the man. Wow, what a move. And he loses it. No, he keeps it. Nicely done. My man. Took me by surprise. I thought he was going to play it patient, but he did a 2-in-1. Definitely a move of the day, but it's a close one between him and Nkomo, saving a wheelie in essence, going on 2 wheels. But we've got a battle for 1 and 2 now with Murat as well as Mailula. Brilliant move by Mailula, nothing taken away from him there. Murat on your rear right there. Mailula, better be careful. Murat, a cousin rather. Kwazin and Caleb Ordendale deep in conversation while driving a race car. Murat takes the lead in the meantime. Fascinating to see Kwazin and Ordendale deep in conversation, saying who's leading, who's faster between me and you, whichever that is, go ahead so we can catch up to those front two. And it seems like Ordendale has won that debate. They've agreed that he's the quicker of the two. Amazing. Your cartoonese has to be sharp for you to spot these things, honestly. There we go. Caleb Ordendale, he's going to lead the campaign to get the top 2 so they don't run away. He's got the most pace of the rear. That's generally the smarter thing to do if you want to have a chance of fighting for podiums. And it is so early on in the race that all of them still have a chance to fight. Mabunda rather. Continuous Mabunda also in the running, sticking his nose out here and there, but it looks like he and Jordan Wadley are going to stay in the wake up. Whoa, Wadley down the inside. He's going to make a sticker. It doesn't look like it. Wow. Nicely tried from Wadley, though. That was a good attempt. It's just that he had very little to play with. He'd gone so narrow, so deep down the inside that he had hardly any runoff. And your turn around that part of the circuit has to be a lot sharper and a lot slower. So he couldn't recover there with a lot of momentum. But nicely done. We appreciate effort. You're giving us a bit of action. That's what we want. Murat and Mailula, the latest in their battle, sees Murat ahead of Mailula in second, both of them putting their heads down. Mailula saying, I'm not going to wait forever behind you, bruv. I'm going to go for it. Murat will recover. Willie, Mailula on the inside, nicely kept. He's going to keep it there. Murat to try go on the inside. Mailula defends. Oh, beautiful positioning. Oh my goodness. Nice. Beautiful positioning. Fancy stuff we're seeing from the top 2. Absolutely brilliant. I don't know, we should put this in an email and fax it over to the guys at F1. What say you? Hey? Oh my goodness. Hectic defending from Mailula, parking the bus, parking the train, parking the ship, all of them. He's not giving him any room, but it's a bit too soon for that. Yep. Murat has answers. With 4 laps to go, Murat has plenty answers. Oh, Mailula goes wide. Can he recover? Ordendale's now in the running. He's going to take his second place if he didn't recover well. Did he recover well? Ordendale down the inside. Oh, all in one sweep. Oh, what a fall from Grace. Oh man, he must be kicking himself, but he can recover. It's not over. Got 9. We're entering the 9th lap. We're at 8.5 laps at the moment. 8 3/4. Here we go. And starting the 9th lap. Caleb Ordendale in second. Rhys Kwazin, my man, is in the podium position. This is how champions behave. We never give up. There we go. He says, hey, let's go. Focus, Baba. Focus. Leave me alone. I've got the pace. He definitely does. We've seen him build up from obscurity into a podium position. So if I were Reachi Mailula, I would let Rhys push us forward. If I was one of those 2 races, I would let Rhys push us forward and take us into a potential podium fight. Because, and the fact that Caleb has caught Murat will again open a chance up for Kwazin to possibly get a position and 2 positions at once if he takes anything out of Mailula's playbook. So both of them really do have a chance. Look, Murat gets a bit of grass mistake there. Ordendale takes the lead in second. Can Murat undercut him? No, you can't. Usually it's better to be on the outside going out of that turn. Ordendal is saying, dude, let's not fight. These guys are right behind us. There you go. Murad pays the price for fighting too soon. Should have waited. Ordendal must be saying, I told you, bro. Oh, I love it. Cousin in second place. This guy. Come on, this has to be one of the races of the day. The single performance, okay, but race of the day as a whole, as a package. This has been brilliant. We're seeing them argue over who should take the lead in terms of tactic. Cousin definitely has more pace from Mailula and Murad, so they should follow him quite obviously, which he's been saying. Let's see if they're gonna follow suit. Jordan. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Mailula looks like a lot of vibration coming off of Mailula's cart. We'll have a double take at that, see if there's any issues. But it must have been the ribbing, just the ribbing on the side. But no, it doesn't look as stable as recent laps. Let's have a look, see again. We'll get a closer look. Can't confirm anything from where we're sitting. Murad now trying to bother Reese Cousin. Let me see. Okay, I can see why it is lap 11 of 12. So if he's going to make something stick, he should do it now. But Cousin is no slouch. Ooh. And the worst thing you can do is look over your shoulder when someone's right behind you, because you might be looking over the wrong shoulder. And that's exactly what Reese Cousin was doing. Looked over his right shoulder when he should have been looking at his left, where Murad was going. And now Murad is opening a gap. Mailula also getting past Cousin. Something's wrong with Cousin's cards. Or he made a mistake. Either of the two, but he's lost 2 places in one sweep. Yeah, mechanical issue with Cousin there. Oh man, such a shame. On the final lap, he just needed one more lap for that mechanical issue to hold. What a shame. But Caleb Ordendal does take it. Well done, young man. It wasn't an easy one. Definitely fought his way there. Mohammed Murad, or is that? Yes, that is Mohammed Murad in second place. And Caleb's first win in this class, so very impressive from him. Well done, young man. Yes, both hands up. That's it. You've earned it. Champion. Mohammed Murad in second place and Regile Mailula in third. Whew. Did you try and call it? I didn't. Glad. Whew. What a race. As it darkens, I see clouds. What say you? Do we have rain coming up? Who knows? No, it's not Thunder that you hear. Not yet, at least. It's the Junior Max cards taking their warm-up lap, formation lap, call it what you will. It's all about the drill. But it is the second race happening now for the Junior Max for the day. It's going to be their last race for the day, but we've got another 4 races coming up tomorrow. So it's definitely not a short weekend. They won't be saying that tomorrow night. Hasn't been the easiest of race weekends for any of them. But we've had to compress and have a lot more races in our championship, because it is firstly a 4-round championship for the entire year. And we have a double round with this round. So we double up on the potential wins. So that's why we have 6 races as opposed to the normal 3 heats. As they line up, we have Muhammad Wali at the helm, captaining, telling them to slow down. You're too fast. You're too slow. Championship leader for the Junior Max class. Sneyman right behind him. My goodness. Probably this might be the fight of the next 5 years in karting. Who knows? We'll see. But as they start for Heat 2, kept it clean. Very nice start. Ooh, someone just darted on the inside. Wow. But while he keeps his position, Sneyman right behind him, everyone makes it out unscathed relatively. Oof. Okay, we have a clean start. Very, very good stuff from Sneyman. So we're going to see a clean round of racing as it stands, given that everyone made it out alive from turn 1, the deadly turn 1. Muhammad Wali does not have a lot of breathing room just yet. Kian Grotis is in the middle of a sandwich there that he needs to get out of quickly, and he does exactly that. As he goes down the home straight, you could hear me calling him out. DB Naidu right behind Kian Grotis there. Sneyman in the lead, adjusting his radiator flap. Temperature change, tactic change too. He's of course second in the championship coming into this round. So high stakes things. Sitting at the big boys table. Mr. Steer making sure his car stays on track. Ethan, that is in the wake of Divya Naidu, the younger Naidu, but they're just in Kian Grotis's dust at the moment. He's just running away with it. We'll see if they're able to catch up and recover, but Divya Naidu clearly has the better pace of the two between him and Mr. Steer, Ethan Steer, so maybe they should use a bit of teamwork there. Let's see. And if Heat 1 is anything to go by, someone better catch Wally quick, because Wally is on a whopper. How about that? Is he able to keep his form seen from Heat 1? Certainly looks like it already. I mean, he's already got a respect. It looks like 2-3 kart lengths ahead of Sneyman. Naidu not managing to get away from Ethan Steer. They might have to swap around in their tactic there. Wally has a decent size, a Santon size apartment behind him for a room in leadership. And he looks like he's working on a mansion with the room, because the gap between him and Troy Sneyman is widening very quickly. He seems to have a lot more advantage, mechanical advantage, going in under the tunnel, coming out onto the tight stuff. And approaching the home straight, that gap is getting relatively bigger. It looks like 4 kart lengths now as opposed to 3. Wally at this circuit, my goodness, the combination of Muhammad Wali and this circuit is scintillating. You can't touch the man, he just knows it so well. All about experience now. All about experience. And as it stands, it is Muhammad Wali with a 44.2 in the lead. In the lead ahead of Troy Sneyman, 45 dead. Kian Grotis, 44.8. Ethan Steer with a 45.6. And Divya Naidu, 45.8. Tyler Robinson in 6th. Matthew Wadley in 7th. And Shwan Reynel in 8th place, rounding up the entire class. This is where the battle for 3rd, it looks like. The battle for 3rd is going to be a hot one. Divya Naidu, Ethan Steer, and Tyler Robinson. Can we count in that one? Not necessarily, but maybe, hey man, surprise us. DB2, Ethan Steer, and Tyler Robinson potentially in a hot battle there. Tyler Robinson's gaining on these two, and it's because, like I mentioned before, DB2 does not have the pace to pull the pack ahead to try and catch up with the top 3 or top 4. And because of that, he pays the consequence. He loses 2 places all in one sweep. And look how immediately Ethan Steer is able to get ahead. They should have done this a long time ago. Now, the podium is just out of the question for these young men. There's no way they're going to catch those front runners. DB2 definitely must have an issue on his cart. Look at how far ahead Tyler Robinson and Ethan Steer are immediately after that move. But here's our leader, caught jacking very nicely in a rear wheel lifting like they're supposed to. Choice name on quicker than I lost. Check. Oh no, okay, yeah, I lied. There's like 7 cart lengths now between Sneeman and Muhammad Wali. 10 maybe. 10. I'm a bit optimistic. I'll give him 10 instead of 20. Half a home straight. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yep, it is 20 cart lengths. 4-second gap between the two. Oh, nice. Getting a nice shot of Troy Sneeman driving right into the frame there. Get to see a bit of the bits and bobs and whistles and bells of his go-kart. We are on lap 10 of 15 as the day has cooled a bit. Heavens have forgiven us. They've had mercy. The heat is becoming a bit much for some. But whether it's hot or cold, Muhammad Wali is scintillating. Ethan Steer as well as Tyler Robinson fight for 4th and 5th there. Tyler Robinson now quicker than Ethan Steer. What is going on here? Where was Tyler Robinson all this time? Young man, where have you been? There was a whole Heat 1 that you missed. But it's never too late. He has the pace and he's making the most of it. DB2 is gone. He might have actually retired his cart. We'll see if we're able to catch him in any of the shots, but I suspect he had a mechanical issue that he couldn't recover from. Day and night. Whole lot of daylight between Ethan Steer and Matthew Wade as well as Andre Nell. Yep, DB2 must have retired because there's no way inside them. Going down to turn 1. Relative comfort as Ethan Steer is not able to make him uncomfortable. But the DD2 Masters are lining up as some action at turn 1. Must start on a bit of a move there. But the DD2 Masters must be on the grid, warming up their engines, possibly ready for their Heat 2 as we see the sunset on Junior Max's day of work. It's been a good one, especially for Tyler Robinson. Nice recovery from him. But of course, our championship leaders, Muhammad Wali and Troy Sneeman, as they come up around. Is that them or those spot markers? Can't really tell. That's how far ahead they are. Is Muhammad Wali coming down the home straight as we speak. That's him, looking comfortable, lounging it. Got a mansion in between him and his next opponent, Taurus Neyman. Whole lot of breathing, bro. A whole lot. Second into coming into shot, Taurus Neyman and Ken Rotax very close behind him. Yep, we've definitely seen the combination of a good setup, experience coming into play for Muhammad Wali here at Swarkorps. You just can't touch the man at the circuit. It's his hunting ground. He's putting his name on it here. And as it stands, he just has no competition. He just knows this track so well. It's going to take a lot from Taurus Neyman and the boys in Heat 3, 4, 5, and 6 tomorrow. But yeah, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board to try and challenge Mr. Wali, who's just absolutely been outstanding. As we enter the final lap of Heat 2 in the Junior Max class. Like I said, keep it tuned because the DD2 Masters are revving up and warming up their engines as we speak. As we see Wadley. There we go, there's our leader. Muhammad Wali coming up against the back markers. Muhammad Wali is so fast. Muhammad Wali is so fast that the checkered flag couldn't catch up to him. That's how fast Wali is. Let's put it into context. That's exactly what just happened. But I tell you what, the race has concluded, even though the checkered flag didn't wave. That was the final lap, and it has finished. Do not be alarmed. It's just that Muhammad Wali was so quick. Crazy, but that's how it finishes, folks. Muhammad Wali in first, Taurus Neyman second, Ken Rotax third, Tyler Robinson fourth, Ethan Skier fifth place, Juandre Yanel in sixth, Matthew Wadley seventh, and Divian Naidu eighth with a DNF. What would be funny is to see Wali have to come back again just so you can see the checkered flag. That would be hilarious. That's exactly what he did. Oh wow. How's that? Finish of the week? Haha, extra points. Bonus points for Wali, taking it twice. Hey? Won the same race twice. How about that? So stay tuned. Your DD2 Cinemax is coming up. I stand corrected. That is DD2 Masters. Stay tuned. DD2 Masters on the way. Second last race of the day. I don't know. If I'm not being called a poet by the end of the day, I'll be very disappointed. I've been giving you all the good stuff. Hey? Some 2-liners, some 3-liners. Come on, give me my dabs. But it's not about me, it's about these races. Okay? We've got a continuation, let's call it, of what we saw in Heat 1 from the Masters. Of course, there is an absence of Morgado, so it does take a different shape in terms of the characters we see at play. Nick Forel, his name is featured quite a bit in Heat 1 as they line up. Jonathan Peterson in the 169. Watch out for him. Those two have been added. Holding nothing back but Eugene Brits, the Stig, aka the Black Knight. Out on the inside. Do they start it neatly? Yes, they do. It'd be embarrassing if they didn't, but the red lights are on. Lights off and away they go. Seemingly subdued start, but Nick Farrell cannot. Oh, he does save it from Eugene Brits, taking it from him. Eugene Brits had a bit of slip and a slide there, so you couldn't take it from the outside. Jonathan Peterson then took advantage of Eugene Brits losing a bit of pace, and the top three immediately established straight away. They're just gonna try and fly away with it, huh? Y'all just gonna do that to us. It's gonna be a tough one. If the top three get away now, let's see if we have a pace man. Let's see if we have a pace man outside of the top three who can reel them in a bit closer. But the way Eugene Brits was flying in Heat 1, it's gonna be tough. For Hale, a good leader from the front, very good leader from the front. He was uninterrupted. He'll just fly away with it. We'll see if that pans out this time, because Peterson is right behind him. And straight away Peterson takes it, and it's Brits nearly making it double jeopardy there for Nick Farrell, but not quite yet. Alistair Minge better hurry up. He better hustle. While they're still battling, he better hustle. Hey. Potential move loading. Radiator flap adjustment there from Jonathan Peterson. Needs it more cool. Temperature's a bit high. Nick Farrell deciding to keep it disciplined because Eugene Brits will take advantage. He's learned his lesson. There you go. Tactics coming in, but Eugene Brits has got pace. Quick. There you go. I thought they were going to... Wow. These races, hey? No patience. Thought they were going to keep it leads to try and open up a lead against and ahead of Eugene Brits, given that he's so quick. But that attempt at the lead by, was it Jonathan Peterson? Cost them. Now Eugene Brits is taking advantage and passed both of them at the same time. And Nick Farrell. He just braked in December 2020. That's what he did. Wow. Amazing. And he kept it in control. That is bloody impressive. Nick Farrell back in the lead with the latest braking we've seen all season. Eugene Brits in second place, Jonathan Peterson in third. Can't believe what I just saw from Nick Farrell, honestly. I can't believe what I just saw. Wow. That takes a lot of skill to achieve. And we have top three re-established: Nick Farrell, Eugene Brits, and Jonathan Peterson in the top three. And we are seeing a lot more passing action because of area adjustment and the re-leg of the track, the last corner being redesigned, giving room for passing. It was a very tough ask to pass there with the previous layout. It took a lot of skill to be able to pass there. It was last lap type of stuff where you can afford last lap, last race, where you know you're not going to use your chassis for a while again. That type of thing. But we've gotten a lot more action thanks to the new layout, and it looks impressive. Jonathan Peterson falling behind, it seems. In terms of pace, he's on a 43 dead, whereas Nick Farrell is on a 42.6. Eugene Brits not too far, about a 10th behind that, so Peterson has to hustle. Yeah, the gap is widening between Brits and Peterson. He's gonna have to work his way up. Nick Farrell likes this kind of position, leading. But if I know Eugene Brits and if he still has, oh, if I don't know Eugene Brits clearly. Wow, spins right out as I was announcing his potential comeback. He's trying to see what happened to his kart. Pascal Okoa just slowed down. Eugene Brits back into it. Oh, Eugene Brits doesn't know what happened to his kart. It is not clear what's going on. You can't tell if there's no axle bent, no tire popped. His steering is perfectly fine. I think he just hit a bit of gravel maybe. But he's going out. Okay, something terminal has happened because he just put his hand up to signal that he's leaving the circuit. So it's a two-horse race. It's going to be a two-horse race between Forel and Pieterse. Wow. Nothing has come at us predictably this entire weekend so far. We don't know what's going to happen. We've got a whole 4 heats of racing. I wish you all luck in watching 4 whole heats of racing tomorrow. Because if this is what 2 heats for all the classes have produced, we've got a lot to look forward to. Plenty to look forward to. Radiator adjustment there. You see from Pieterse. Kart getting a bit hot again. Might be running a leaner jet as he builds up temperature a bit more. Engine burning up relatively easier than everyone else. So he might have to lower the engine temperatures much more often than some of his colleagues. And here we go. Lap 10 and 15. And that wasn't a camera flash, that was lightning in the background. Oh my goodness. Will the next class, will the Minimaxes make it in time to survive this? It's going to be interesting. But I think they're going to make it. I don't know, looks like open heavens for the most part. We'll see how it pans out. But for the time being, we've got 4.5 laps to go as Nick Forel rounds up lap 10, entering lap 11. With nothing to worry about. As long as he just keeps it together for the next few laps, he'll be able to wrap it up. But it certainly isn't wrapped up for the day. Minimax is coming up, as I said, and they have a, should I say 30% chance? 20-something, 30% chance of rain? I'm no weather expert, I'm a racer. You tell me, look to the skies, lick your fingers, stick it up in the air. Do you think it's gonna rain? The Minimaxes have that to worry about, so do stay tuned to see if there's a bit of a gamble in terms of setup. Do people have to have half wets, half slicks on? I've seen that before. Saw that in Cape Town last year for Nationals. And the year before that, I believe. You tell me. Let's see how it goes. Now, do not be confused. If you do think these DD2 cars look a bit different, well, they do. They have different bumpers. If you notice, they do not have the red tips that you usually see, the rollers, from the typical DD2 setup. They do look a bit more like Cinemaxes when you look at them, but when you hear the engine, and you have a look at the exhaust, you can tell that, okay, wait, this is actually a DD2. There was a change in the format and design of this particular class of Rotax for the year, so do not be alarmed. It is still the DD2 you know and love. And brother, I tell you what, it's been a classy race from Nick Forel. He showed signals and intent as the race began, and he's followed through on his exact intention, that is to win the race in a dominant fashion. Getting a better chance to see the camber angle on his wheels there. If you look close enough, amazing. The amount of work that goes into setting these carts up is phenomenal. A lot of people say they go to work to take a break from karting on the weekend. How about that? A whole lot of expertise needed to set up a kart to the T. So many details. So much consideration goes into putting the kart together as you see it and giving it the ability to finish in one piece, as you see Nick Ferreira's kart having done so and dominated at that. One thing to finish, it's another to dominate. So you can definitely guarantee that the team behind him know their stuff. And it's 3 corners until we see 1 corner rather, until we see the waving of the checkered flag over Nick Verheil's 139 CRG. Well done to him. Hey, we get the checkered flag on time this time. How about that? Well done, Nick Verheil in first place. Second place is Jonathan Peterson. And in third place, a long way off, Marwan Selmi, Alistair Minge, Tinashe Mube, and Eugene Brits, who could not finish. Dum dum dum. Rain clouds. Fingers crossed. Ferociously side to side, Minimax makes their way back onto the track for the formation lap of the final race of the day. These men have been hard at work, very, very hard at work. Potential curveball being thrown at them, yay or nay. I don't think it's gonna rain. I'm gonna be am I a pessimist or an optimist for thinking it won't rain? Who knows? But it looks relatively dry, a lot more windy than it does have potential to be wet. We'll see how it goes. And I don't see any of them having slicks on. None of the mechanics think that's going to happen. I don't see any of them having wets on. It would be rather slick. It would be rather slick, I mean to say, if they had the wrong set of tires on for a wet race. But they do have slicks on as it is dry. And going in formation lap, everybody keeping it neat within the tram lines. Are we within the tram lines? Yes, we are. Clean start, please. Nicely done. And down the inside. Ooh, keep an eye on turn 1. It's crazy. Wow. You cannot call it. You cannot call it. I'm gonna wait. I've paid the price of actually trying to predict the race a bit too early on. Let's have a look. Who's coming out in the lead? Reachile Mailula, my man. Reachile Mailula. Let's see what he does for us this time around. Reachile Mailula coming into the lead. First, second, and third. A lot of wind. I wonder how it feels to be racing in so much wind. But down the inside, oh, very nice by Odendal. Very, very, very nice. Sneyman, my apologies, looks very much like Caleb Odendal's car. Destroy Sneyman coming in ahead. See Sneyman if he's able to keep it. Yes, he is. No mistakes. Sudden mistakes under the tunnel there. Is that Luvuwe Sambuda sniffing a bit of exhaust there? That is, he's in second place, and right behind him, let's see who's behind him there. If I can tell, that is indeed Eric Haystack. Eric Haystack right behind Luvuwe Sambuda. We've got some people with some bits in their teeth trying to get up as far as they can. Riza Levy in the orange, in the bright orange there. A lot of work for him to do. Troy's Neyman looking good, looking composed. Kazimotlika vying it out for third place against Eric Haystack. And Troy Neyman will be there to pick up the spoils. You can guarantee, not Troy Neyman, Riza Levy will be there to pick up the spoils from the battle between Eric Haystack and Gazi Motlika. A bit of calculation and strategy is going to have to happen here. Wow. How about that? How about that for defending? Mabunda just parking the bus. Narrow as you want. Try get past that gap, eh? Eric Haystack having a bit of trouble getting into third place for obvious reasons. Mother of all defense tactics from Mabunda. And Motlika also in the mix. Hey! Sambuda has disappeared. Yes, I was looking for him and I can't find him. He's dropped all the way back down to last. Stone last. I wonder why. Hey, very nice move. Ooh, defense tactics seen by Mabunda. Let's see if he's able to keep the inside line. Who's got the latest brakes? Oh, come on. You asked for racing, we gave it to you. Rotax take a bow. 3 abreast for a moment. Gazi Motlika in the mix, Haystack in the mix, Mabunda. I'm not going to call who comes out tops there, but all of them somehow keep their cards on the track. That is a miracle. Christmas came early this year. And Sneyman, if he had rear view mirrors, he would blow a kiss at that rear view mirror because there's nothing behind him. Opening the lead, comfortably. Let's see if he looks over his shoulder. I can see him coming down the home straight now. Does he look over his shoulder? He doesn't have time for that. He's a focused man. And Mabunda again. Why does he want? He's not letting go of that position. Not at all. And Gazi Motlika in the shot and very quickly out. Eric Haystack has a lot of work to do as well. Gazi Motlika, a lot of work to do trying to get to Sneyman. .439 cards of Eric Haystack in the shots. 4th place for the young man, right behind Mabunda in 3rd. And Mabunda is holding the pack back. Oh no. Eric Haystack makes light work of that. Let's see if... Ooh! Healthy chunk of cards for Mabunda. Mabunda rather. Let's see if he goes down the inside. Oh! Very nice overtaking. Oh! Haystack loses out thrice fold. Shame. He's going to be hacked. Not going to be happy at all. Let's have a look, see. Oh, nice move there. See the defense tactics come into play. Let's see if Mabunda has an answer to that. Is that? Do my eyes deceive me? Oh, that is Casey Enza Smith. Casey Enza Smith comes out of thin air. Literally. Though. The wind must have blown him to the front or something. 3 abreast now coming out of turn 1. Mabunda getting healthy, bit of ribbing. Loses out to a couple of races. Rizalivi. Ooh, wow. These are very talented racers because they get so close to each other, so hard to control the kart. As you see now, Mabunda goes deep on Casey Enzer-Smith, but this is Casey Enzer-Smith we're talking about. Kid with the coolest name on the block. Trust him to keep it cool in a tight situation. Let's see. Mabunda, do you have answers to Mr. Enzer-Smith, who had a very bad start and has to recover now? That's why it seems like he came from relative obscurity. Riza Levy will be smart to take advantage of whatever happens in front of him. Nothing materializes yet as Choice Neyman just gallops away into the sunset with 3.5 laps to go. Yes, that's correct. Nothing in it for second and third. 0. Oh. 4, 5, 6, and 7 also in it. It's a fight there. And none of these young men are rusty at all. Having taken so much time off, you'd expect a bit of dust to shake off. 0. None of that. It's leaning. The end is near. 1.5 laps to go as Riza Levy tries to reel in. Is that Eric Haystack? That indeed is him. Casey Enzer-Smith having to recampaign, make another application to make an impact on this race. Didn't come to fruition. Isn't the typical Casey Enzer-Smith start. Lights to flag type of race. Choice Neyman looking so good. Gazi Motlekar right there with him. Oh, beautiful. Gazi Motlekar showing the focus, bringing in Casey Enzer-Smith into his sights, and we've got a turn 1 incident. We're getting into shot in a bit. I wonder who messed up this time around. No rain messing up people's race. This definitely was a driver error, a bit of argy-bargy, which will update you in a little while. As Choice Neyman comes up over the tunnel onto turn 1. 1 lap to go. It's the final lap. Motlekar, he will make that move. I am throwing some Mandelas on that. Motlekar is definitely going to make a move, and he's trying to make it stick. We just don't know where. He's not satisfied with staying in second. This will be the easiest money you're going to make if you bet on this man. It's just a matter of where. Dun. Neyman knows it. He can feel it. He can feel Motlekar cooking a move up. It's just not ripe yet. Here we go. Last turn. It's going to be the last turn, guys. Here it comes. Motlekar's got the uphill speed. Here it is. Does it happen? Oh no. Oh snap. Well done, Choice Neyman. Kept it clean, kept it cool. Rivalry over rivalries. Oh man, got a 1-2 with some of the hottest rivalries we've seen in karting. Is it more hot than Sneeman versus Wally? Sneeman versus Wally or Sneeman versus Motlekar? Which series would you watch on Netflix? But that is our racing for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Join us again at 8:30 tomorrow for the reconvening of our weekend's racing at the SA Rotax Max Championship. It is 4 heats to finish it up. All 6 classes in contention again. You don't want to miss a thing. You saw how dramatic it was over 2 heats. You can anticipate double the action for 4 heats. Same classes, 8:30. You heard it here. Do stay tuned. It's been a great day here at Swart Corps Raceway in Pretoria. See you tomorrow.